snowing.
Well, he didn't come all the way from his office, a good 10 buildings away in the snow, to give her a weather report. He's just standing there, though. I heard it was going to on the radio. Are you alright? Is he okay?
Ekman's dead.
This is why people say you might want to sit down. Anders Ekman, Anders, tall in his white lab coat, his hair a thick graying blonde, bringing me coffee because he picked up one for himself, giving me the files I asked for, father of 3, not yet 50. The date of the letter, March 15th, March 18th on the postmark. Today is April 1st. Not only is he dead, he is 2 weeks dead. God. He has been gone for so long that sometimes I'd completely forget to think about him for most of a day. Surely someone down there has internet connection. Had they ever bothered to find it? Wouldn't she call you? There has to be some sort of global satellite.
She won't use the phone, or she says it doesn't work there.
But for this? Where is he now? Anders is not a body. Surely if they knew where he is, they could find something to do for him. What am I thinking? I'm desiring the impossible. As if I forget every piece of science I've ever known. The dead are dead, are dead, are dead, Marina. I can still see him eating an egg salad sandwich in the cafeteria every day.
Read the letter.
What? Did I just read that correctly? Is she saying Anders the setback? This paper is wet. It's puckered in some places. Probably carried in the rain. We should go soon, before Karen has to pick up the children from school. 2:30. Every now and then he'd say to himself, "School's out." 3 little Ekmans, 3 boys who, like their mother, do not know enough to picture their father dead. For all that loss, Dr. Swenson only managed to use half a sheet of paper, and in that half, she thought to mention the weather twice. The rest of it is so empty. How much could have been said in those remaining inches? How much explained? No one can see us. We never discussed how we should conduct our relationship at work. Not that we even have a relationship at work. That makes it hard to have one outside of work. I can't not call him Mr. Fox. It's a habit. A good one, though. He's a CEO. I can't slip up.
I shouldn't have sent him.
You didn't make him go.
I asked him to go. I mean, I guess he could have turned me down, but it wasn't very likely.
He feels bad, guilty. But it's not his fault. He looks so out of place here, wearing a suit. He looks like he's going to a funeral. But you never thought something like this would happen. You didn't send him someplace dangerous. It's not his fault. Anders didn't get sent anywhere dangerous, I think. I guess there are poisonous snakes and razor-toothed fish, but I can't imagine that they were anywhere near where doctors conducted scientific research. Regardless, the letter said Anders died of fever. He could have had a fever here in Minnesota, and nothing's happened to Dr. Swenson. Dr. Swenson's been down there for 5 years now. Nothing's happened to her.
It wouldn't happen to her.
Anders did want to go to the Amazon. He was so excited to see the birds. The first thing he did when he got word about the trip was order field guides to the rainforest. He stopped working completely when they came, even bought a new camera. He was always showing me pictures of birds he wanted to see. Wattled jacanas, those birds with the scrubby brushes on their heads. I wonder if he got to see them. Mr. Fox can't go by himself. He does not know how to handle this. This is a task for military chaplains, police officers, people who know something about knocking on doors to deliver bad news that would forever derail the world of the people who live inside the house. Anders is dead.
She'll be glad you're there.
Glad doesn't figure into this. She will not be glad about anything. No one could be. I know, though, that I'm the person whom Karen would want to break the news. She wanted to get to know me. We'd have conversations on the phone when she was calling for Anders. We'd talk when they invited me to their Christmas and 4th of July parties. She liked my shoes, the yellow satin flats I love. I was almost drunk enough to tell her that I loved Mr. Fox. If I told her, we would be good friends indeed. All the flowers are covered by snow. The caucuses are frozen solid. It's so slushy.
I'll tell you something else. I never thought he'd be gone so long. I told him when he left, to take his time, to get the point across. But I thought we were talking about a week, maybe two at the outside. I never considered him staying more than 2 weeks.
I wonder how long it took Anders to find Dr. Swenson. Could he have found her in 2 weeks? Would he have gone home right away? He had to leave the day after Christmas. That was non-negotiable. Every letter I'd gotten, Mr. Fox had seen. They were mostly about Manos and birding trips he had taken. Mr. Fox had definitely gotten separate letters from Anders. He never told me about them.
So 2 weeks then. Not 3 months. I would have told him to come back.
3 months is a long time. It was impossible to contact him.
Exactly. I would have told him there was a message he would give me. Once he gave it to her, he should have gotten on a plane himself, with or without me. That was his only job.
Well, in a perfect world, that would happen. Anders would have been able to swiftly deliver the message to Dr. Swenson, watch the birds, and leave Brazil. He'd be back in Minnesota, back with his family. It isn't as if Dr. Swenson would have just packed up her bags once Anders asked her to. No one believed that. Not me, not Mr. Fox, and not Anders. She doesn't even need to come back. All she needed to do was reopen lines of communication. In fact, it is still what has to be done. She has to prove that the drug is nearly completed, to let the company install a coterie of its own doctors who would give regular and accurate reports of the drug's process. Vogel would leave her in her research station for years, pouring in cash from an open vein. But now, Anders is dead. I don't even like to think about Dr. Swenson. She gives me the chills. I can remember being in her lecture 15 years ago. That one time she was talking about the cervix so intensely, no one even wanted to tell her that the class had ended, even if they were missing their next one. I wasn't even a medical student at that time. I was a resident. I had to be there, though. She made it clear everyone had to be at her lectures. Time was an inconsequential matter in her lectures. She knew everything I needed to know. She had answers to the questions I haven't even formulated in my mind. She was so tiny and even tinier during the lectures, but her voice was loud. No one made noise because everyone was afraid of missing something she'd say. We stayed as long as she chose to keep us. The entire room existed as she existed, at the intersection of terror and exaltation, a place that kept the mind exceedingly alert. I'd write for pages and pages recording everything Dr. Swenson would say. I only remember her in the lecture hall. I never see her in surgery or on the floor making rounds, but at a safe physical distance. That one. Anders and I probably make the same amount of money. I paid for my house. I have extra money to contribute to charity and languish in the bank. Anders has his house, piano lessons, teeth straightening, summer camp, college accounts. How would his family pay for all of this now?
Whoa, now this is a surprise. No, you sit.
Whoa, that is a big dog. How is she going to restrain him? He's so tiny. She can't win. She's being so nice. She was about to leave. What is their dog's name? There was a picture of him on Anna's desk, along with other pictures of the boys and Karen.
Oh, you're leaving. Oh, no, you're fine. I was just going to swing by the store on my way to pick up the kids, but come in, it's freezing. All right. Pickles, you sit.
You're not going to swing by the store now. Her house is warm. This dog is so energetic. Pickles. Pickles, that's his name. Pickles isn't a very good listener. Look how neat her kitchen is. No cups on the countertop, no toys on the floor. This place is so big without it being pressed full of people.
Would you like some coffee?
Oh my god, he's hiding behind me. I guess I'll answer for the two of us. No coffee.
Oh, no coffee, thank you.
The snow is making the room so bright. Oh, hello, Pickles. Alright, yes, I'll pet you.
I can put him up. He's a lot of dog.
No, it's okay. I like dogs.
Pickles needs to stay. He can stand in for our minister if we have no one. Pickles can be Karen's mother, her sister, whoever it is she wants standing next to her when everything comes down. The dog will have to be Anders. Mr. Fox isn't even looking towards us. He's looking at pictures of the boys. Every moment we stand here not telling Karen is a moment that we are lying. There are pictures of birds on the refrigerator, too, and a group of prairie chickens. He took a lot of pictures of birds. Alright, she's taking off her hat. We have to get on with this.
This isn't good news, right? I'm glad to see you, but I can't imagine you're just dropping by to say hello.
Oh, good. She knows it's bad news. Of course she knows, the way a soul knows. I wish I could just give my condolences now, not have to explain anything. I'm ready for that now. I want to express how sorry I am. Mr. Fox should say something. Why isn't he saying anything? He can explain it in a way that I can't. So he's just going to look at the refrigerator then.
It's not good news.
The letters have been crazy. I'll get 2 in one day and then nothing at all. They don't come in any sort of order. I got one a couple days ago that didn't have a date on it, but it must have been pretty recent. He sounded like he was half crazy. He's definitely writing less to me now. I think he doesn't want to tell me that he's going to stay longer.
Karen, listen.
This isn't about Anders' sanity. This isn't about how he's getting back, or how much longer he has to stay.
It isn't his job. He doesn't even like the jungle. I mean, the birds. He says the birds are spectacular. But the rest of it is making him crazy. The leaves and the vines, all of that. In one of his letters, he said he felt like they were choking him at night. Where Anders grew up in Crookston, there were no trees at all. Have you ever been to Crookston? It's nothing but prairie up there. He used to say that the trees made him nervous. And he wasn't joking, but still. He isn't cut out for this. He isn't some mediator who's been trained to talk down the difficult cases. I understand why you sent him. Everyone loves Anders. But if Volvo has inflated its stock prices, then that's Volvo's problem. It's not his job to fix it. He can't fix it. And you can't just leave him out there to try. He's never going to say this to you, but even if he hasn't been able to bring this nutcase back, it's time for him to come home. We've got 3 boys here. You can't expect them to finish the school year without their father.
At least he got to see the birds. Maybe birds were the last thing he saw. In a fairy tale, he would have been surrounded by birds as he lay in the jungle sick, just as Snow White had been. Poor Anders, being surrounded by all those trees, feeling as if they were closing in. He didn't even realize the jungle could do this to him. Karen's right. Anders was not the man for the job. He never was. Everybody does like Anders, but everybody has never included Dr. Swenson. Is there even a right man for the job? Who could possibly convince Dr. Swenson to do anything she doesn't feel she has to do? She is a nutcase. A brilliant, arrogant nutcase. I can imagine Karen making the speech in her head every morning and night while she brushed her teeth, never thinking she'd have the opportunity to deliver it to Mr. Fox himself. He is still not looking over here. Oh my God. I have to sit down. All right, it's time for him to give Karen the letter. Oh no, I have the letter. God, it's in my pocket.
We just got a letter from Dr. Swenson. Anders is dead.
Anders. Anders.
Oh, Karen.
Given that location in this rain, we chose to bury him here.
This is so hard. There is no sympathy in these words. How could I say that? This burial was no small task. Oh, I should have read the first paragraph. Now it sounds like a telegram. Not that she wrote much more.
She buried him there? What are you saying to me? Are you saying he's in the ground?
She is so loud. How? It feels like there's no air in this kitchen.
Tell me who I can call for you. Someone needs to be here for you.
Oh no.
She can't leave him there. He has to get out of there. Oh my God, he isn't going to stay there.
Now is when I would promise everything to Karen, but I can't assemble a single sentence of comfort.
I can't get him out. I don't know how. Karen, look at me. You can tell me who to call. You have to let me call someone.
Oh, Pickles.
Oh God, I can't get him out. In the mud and the leaves, the ground closing in the rain, growing over immediately in tender saplings and tough grasses. I can't get him out. I can feel his strangling panic in all those leaves. That panic is mine.